Women have destroyed the relationship with men, and it can never be repaired. Women have destroyed the relationship with men, and it can never be repaired. Let's just go ahead and jump right into the video.
Hello ladies, and anyways, today I have the most important video, arguably, that I have ever made. How to play the game of life and win. So in this video, we will be thinking of life in terms of a video game. When you start to think of it this way, everything will make more sense to you. It actually took 2 years of being told this by my friend for me to finally understand what he meant and to start to be able to play this game correctly. Because before, I would hate the game and not want to be a player. And I know a lot of you at home will be exactly the same. But the truth is, we're a player no matter what. You can either be a good player, hack the game and win, or you can be a shitty player and just fall behind.
So some of you are probably wondering right now, why angry? Why? Why are we watching this video? Well, there are a couple of things I want you to consider. One is, what is this video actually about? Let's just go ahead and look at some of the hashtags in the video itself. The hashtags here are trillionaire gang. Trillionaire. You see, this is a young woman who wants to marry a trillionaire. Women are out here now looking for trillionaires. This is not a game. I am not messing around. And if we look at the timestamps, let's look at some of the timestamps on here. Don't hate the game, baby. Right? Health and biohacking. Invest in your brain plus beauty. You might say, well, that's not bad. Learn, learn, learn. That's great. But then we go all the way down and we discover women are a currency. Utilize it. Networking again. We're going to continue watching the video, and this is all going to make more sense to you. But I wanted you to see those before we continue, so then you can understand the context of it.
So if you have no choice but to be a player, then be a good one. You can hate the game, but hating the game is not going to change the game. An example is on my second channel, I talked about how if you want to become one of the best in the world at something, or you want to be competitive and stand out, you're going to have to work harder in order to stand out. And then a lot of people were like, this is just capitalism, feeding into capitalism, which is bad. Baby, capitalism is not going to go away overnight. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Let's begin with number 1, time. You can't even see it. You can't even see it. Editor, aka me, just, okay, you can't even see that, whatever. So time. Time is the most important resource in any game because we have a limited amount of it, right? So it's important that with the limited amount of time we have, we allocate it to learning the skills and allocating it towards the resources which will reap us the most rewards. If you are allocating your time to things that are not going to have a positive ROI or a positive impact on you, what are you doing? You're wasting your life. You're not going anywhere. Which leads to number 2, our avatar. Who we are in this game and in this life. In a video game, every avatar is different. For example, in Mario Kart, whatever character you choose, the car, aka the resource, is different. So maybe if you pick Bowser, you're heavier and you're stronger, or you have a better weapon, but you're slower. Or then you have someone like Peach, who is more agile and fast. I think it's Peach. That's just an example. Every avatar is completely different, and that's something we can't change. Some of us are born more beautiful, we're born smarter, healthier, wealthier. That's something we can't change. A lot of people spend their time complaining about how others have more and the inequalities and injustice in this world, that it's just not going to change that much. We can't change the fact that some people are nepotism babies. So instead of crying about how someone is more beautiful, you can also become more beautiful, which is a point we'll get to later. We all have different bars which can represent our skills and resources, attributes, whatever we have, even environment, location, which is what we're going to get into in a little bit. I need to stress at the beginning, health. Health is ultimately the most important bar.
All right, so you guys get the gist of it. Now let's jump a little further into the video. Let's jump to 7:35 in the video, all right? Oh, there we go. 7:35.
Go further. Network, network, network. You need to expand your network, meet as many people as possible, because in a game, it's much easier to win the game if you have team players, and if all your team players also have a good amount of resources, because then you can borrow the resources, you can share the resources, and when networking, these people can connect you to other people. For example, I have this friend and she networks like crazy. She flew to Dubai, networked a bunch. Now she has this job in New York and she's from Sydney, and it happened in the span of 3 months. I'm like, girl, how did this happen? She's like, well, this person introduced me to that person who realized I was really fit for this job, and then this job that wasn't even on the market, they actually created it for me, and now I'm in New York. The more people you meet, the better. I don't want to hear, but I don't like people, but I'm an introvert. Well, don't be. Change. I'm kidding. Just figure out what works for you. And also, if you're a woman, utilize dating apps. I'm tired of people saying they don't like dating apps. Doors have opened for me from just being an attractive woman on a dating app, seriously, because I utilized it. I utilized being a woman as well. Don't hate the player, hate the game. But it's also important when networking that if you are someone like all your bars are low, okay, you don't really have anything to offer, you're trying to network with people who've got full bars, and then you come to me, which is not uncommon, Simone, these people don't want to talk to me. Babe, what are you offering them? You have nothing to offer. Figure out your value proposition. What can you offer other people? Also, everything needs to have mutual benefits. You can't just be like take in a relationship. Then no one's going to want to help you. You have to go into every relationship, every friendship with like, how can I also help you? Let's quickly touch on beauty, because I did touch on this before. Think of the beauty bar, okay? Maybe you're someone that's very average and you complain about pretty privilege. You know you can get surgery and filler. Simone is toxic for saying this. Hey, I'm not actually encouraging you getting plastic surgery. I'm just saying, if you want to do it and you think you'll have a good ROI, then do it. Don't let other people shame you into not doing it. So I had a DM recently, and this girl was basically saying to me how she feels so unattractive that she actually wanted to. And I said to her, like, first of all, you're not unattractive. Second of all, you have a couple of options here. Number one, if you feel like no amount of therapy or self-acceptance or self-love work is ever going to make you like your face, then you can literally get surgery or filler. You don't have to live unhappily with your features. You have the option to change it. Oh, but I want to be natural. Okay, baby, if you want to be natural, you better learn to start liking your natural self. And also, if you're more beautiful, you literally will just get treated better, get more things in life as well. Don't hate the player, hate the game. I said facts. Don't forget also that women, we are also a currency. We are a status symbol. That's why you see guys like Dan Bilzerian, Iman Gaji, in all their videos and Instagram photos, they're surrounded by women, because women, we are the ultimate currency. You don't even need to be that attractive. You just have to look good and be presentable. You don't need to be the most beautiful in the world. Just do your best to look presentable. If you go to Europe or you have been to places like New York, Miami, LA, you'll notice in all the clubs, rich men will hire escorts to be around. And half the time the escorts are not even attractive. It's just that they're women, and the women who are presentable looking. Women are a currency. Men will not even go to a club if there are no women. I'm not sure if this is necessarily tied to playing the game of life, but I just wanted to put this in here. Whenever you're making a decision, think of the ROI, the return on investment, because there will be a trade-off for everything. Is the trade-off worth it? I'll give you an example. Therapy is expensive, okay? Oh, this would be the perfect time to go into my bed, how bad. Therapy is so expensive. Let's say you don't invest the $100, $200 a week into it. So instead, you're depressed, sluggish, tired, you don't.
Yeah, guys, so if you are trying to understand why did I play this video for you, guys, there's a lot of great tips in here, and I'll link you to the full video, because there's a lot of things that we can actually learn from the video as guys, if that we may not already know. But I want you to see how she's advertising this. Women are a currency, and this is true. So basically, use your looks as a means of getting what you want. You need to sell that. use dating apps to network. So basically, you don't have any interest whatsoever in the guys on the dating apps. Guys, this is pretty harsh. It's pretty darn harsh. So they're now going onto apps, looking at different profiles. This is why you have to be so careful as men today, because we put all our information on the internet. We put all our information on dating apps, right? And instead of these women looking at you as a marriageable man or a man that they want to be in a relationship with, now they're using your profile to figure out how wealthy you are, where you work, what access you have to specific things. All right, go try to find your LinkedIn so that they can get you to give them a job or invest in their startup, their beauty brand, or whatever. So you go on a date, you go to meet this girl, and this is a bad situation for you because she has nothing to really offer you. Although she's going to try to leverage her looks, because these young women, what do they have to offer other than her looks? And this woman is like, your currency is the looks. There's a name for that, by the way. There's a name for that. If you're trying to leverage your sexuality to get what you want, there's a name for that, okay? If you're trying to barter that, there's a name for that. I'll let you guys, figure that out for yourselves, but you already know what that's called. It's like when you go to a brothel and you exchange money for something else. I just cannot believe this, but we should believe it. And as I said before, these women they're not looking for millionaires anymore. They're calling themselves trillionaire gang, because the normal guy is no longer good enough for these women. They're looking to monkey branch from one guy to the next and to get as much as they possibly can, because no amount is good enough. And again, guys, now they're teaching classes. Now they're teaching classes on how to take advantage of guys. All right, you put up your Tinder profile. They're using these, Tinder, whatever app, OkCupid. Guys, and let me tell you something else. Some of these platforms are really bad because, for example, some of these sugar baby platforms or whatever, there are a bunch of rich guys on there, wealthy guys on there. All right, so these women will automatically know that these guys have access to money, lots of it. So instead, for them, it's a smart move. But for you as a man, you have to understand that they're not interested in you. They don't actually want you. She does not want you at all. So now their avenue is literally to use these methods of just getting access to men, so they can position themselves to use you as an opportunity to get access to you as a contact. And again, it's smart, but it's pretty damn messed up. There's literally no genuine connection between men and women anymore. You're going on a date thinking that, oh, she really cares about you. In reality, she's just trying to network so that she can monkey branch from one person to another person to get exactly what she wants. This is some creative and crafty stuff. I give her complete credit, but let's call it what it is. It's really messed up. It's really unfortunate, and this is how modern day society is. It's nothing more. The relationship between men and women in Western society is nothing more than a business arrangement. It's nothing more than a business arrangement. It's all one big business arrangement. It's literally, what have you done for me lately? And again, she's teaching these girls, you have to bring something that you can leverage. A lot of women, of course, are going, because she said that, women are a currency. They're going to try to leverage themselves. They're going to try to leverage their time. I'm the table. I'm the table. So that's what I bring. I bring myself. And that is where she messed up. Because as passport bros continue to grow, more guys are just going to go overseas, This manipulation it was never going to go on forever. It was never going to be able to last forever. The relationship between men and women in Western society has been completely shattered, and that relationship is not going to come back. We have to be extraordinarily clear. What's intriguing about what she's saying here and women being a currency, they don't seem to realize that these men can go overseas and they can find themselves a woman in another country, right? And that's what's going to start happening, because as these men start discovering that even on these apps, the women are just trying to use the apps to get to them so they can, they can use them to network and further build their empire and get their bag. Guys are going to realize, okay, yeah, so I have to stay away from these dating apps. I'm going to go overseas. I'm going to find myself someone who genuinely has an interest in me, genuinely wants to have a relationship with me, and I'm going to take it from there. But this is just what modern day society has become. It's literally just about women in Western society getting their bag. And that's why, and women, it's done. Women have destroyed the relationship with men, and it can never be repaired. It can never be repaired in Western society. And when they do underhanded things like this, it's absolutely ridiculous. Now, me personally, there's a lot of great information in the video that we can use and we can grow from. For example, if you guys don't know about business, if you don't know about investing and so forth, check out the full link, because you can take some of this advice and use it to better your life. But understand that this is what modern women are now doing. And these women are a part of the trillionaire gang. You know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all, they want trillionaires. They want trillionaires right now. I mean, it's madness. It is absolutely madness. There's no relationship left, and no amount will ever make a woman happy. $1 billion for a lot of women today will not make her happy anymore. A lot of women hear $1 billion and they think, I deserve $1 billion more than that. I'm being real with y'all. A lot of women today, they hear $1 billion and they think, I deserve $1 billion more than that. I deserve more than the entire earth is worth. I deserve more wealth than exists on the entire planet, and that can be generated from all the raw materials and natural resources on the planet. In other words, they believe that they are gods, and they are celestial beings that were put here to rule over mankind and be worshipped, and they deserve the universe. And to be honest, even the universe would not be enough. All right? I didn't say the galaxy. All right? The galaxy is too small for them. Even though in Star Trek, all of Star Trek has ever taken place in that entire in the galaxy, in a single galaxy, because the galaxy is quite large. Okay? But they deserve universes. All right? And then some. All right? I'm telling y'all, the universe does not have enough wealth for these ladies, okay? Because after the universe, then they're going to start hopping through the multiverse. They're going to start hopping through the multiverse. That's how it is. In fact, really, they deserve everything that ever has been and ever will be. And even then, they would still get bored with it. Even then, that still would not be enough. To be very honest with you, they would get bored with being God. Even if they had all the power, everything that God possesses. And it's really blasphemy. But even if they were God, which is why they could never be God, they would never be satisfied with that, because they would get bored. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about what we've discussed here today? That women have destroyed the relationship with men and it can never be repaired. I want to hear your thoughts regarding this. So let's talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away. And cheers.